Okay, hello everyone. I'm about to do an update. It's been too long. I think the last update was May, maybe. This is what's happened to my garden since then. My beautiful sunflowers have grown. Look at the giant one. The only problem though is that we've had so much wind and rain over the last 2 weeks that everything in the garden has actually kind of suffered. So whereas I had a beautiful harvest, well, some of my harvest hasn't survived. Anyway, here's the update. I've got some fennel growing here and I planted some beetroot to go with it. Some more beetroot. I'm planting every 2 weeks now. That's my gooseberry plant. And at the back I've got black currants next to the fig tree. I've got some extra pepper plants here. They were doing really well, but I mean they still look okay, but they've been really beat up by the wind. You can see there's some lovely bell peppers growing there, just beautiful. And this is my pear tree. It is like a hybrid. It's got 2 different types of pears on each side. So I've got a few pears here, but not many really. And this is my parsnip and carrot and beetroot bed. I've taken some amazing sized beetroots out of this bed, just enormous. And my parsnips are looking pretty fab too. Look at that. That'll be ready by probably September, I think, but I might leave them in for a bit longer till October. I've got a lovely harvest off of my strawberry plants, and they're actually growing runners now. So I'm going to end up planting these so that I fill this entire bed with strawberries. That's the plan. But at the moment, I've put some more beetroot at the back and some fennel. And this is actually a volunteer fennel that decided to plant itself there. You might remember I did have borage at the back of the strawberries, but they were so overgrown, so huge, that and overshadowed the strawberries so much that they didn't get any sunlight, and as a result I think it affected my harvest. So I dug them up. I put a couple by the pond and the rest I composted. Okay, more beetroots here. My carrots which are coming along. I've got some that's actually going to seed. I might let that go to seed actually, so I can get some carrots for next year. And I have got untold squash plants. Anyway, I got some lovely bushes for my daughter, Dom Dom. Thank you, darling. I got raspberries and blackberries and guava for my birthday, so that was really nice. Look at my celery, guys. Can you see how amazing they look? Look at that. I mean, I'm so pleased. This is the first year I've ever grown celery. I'm so happy. But what I'll learn for next year is it was a really silly idea to put leeks at the back of this. Really silly, because the leeks are completely overshadowed. I have no idea if my leeks are going to grow well. I've got leeks at the back of this strawberry bed and at the front of this strawberry bed, but I have no idea how they're going to do. Anyway, I thought I'd show you the jungle that is my tomatoes, that are my tomatoes. They are absolutely enormous. It's literally up to the shed there on that side and going over the fence on that side, just huge. And what I'm going to do, the reason why I'm shooting this video is because today I'm going to cut all of the tomatoes back, so that all I'm left with is the trusses. So each branch that has a truss of tomatoes on there, I will keep those on and get rid of all the excess leaves. I've already started and filled this bucket here. The whole point being is so that sunlight can get to my tomatoes and they can actually ripen, because there's so much foliage here, lots and lots and lots of green branches and bushes, but as you can see, not a lot of ripening going on. There are a few in here. I don't know if you can see there, and there probably not actually. Let me move can you see that? I've got a few in there ripening, and under there a few ripening, but they're not getting enough sunlight, so I'm actually going to have to cut it back. So I've got this beautiful cucumber plant has really been amazing. I've got so many cucumbers off of this, and there are 4 here ready to pick again. And another thing that's done really well for me is the Romanesco courgettes. I'll show you them in the other bed. Funny enough, the ordinary green courgettes, I haven't really had that many. See, there's another one coming along there, but they haven't done really well. But as you can see, the courgettes and a lot of the squash plants at the back, I've got terrible powdery mildew, and that's really to do with the weather because it's been so rainy. This is the other tomato bed I have to sort out because, believe it or not, I've got peppers here in the front, gorgeous chili peppers, and I've got, can you see that? Gorgeous chili peppers, and even, I don't know if you can see that actually. Can you see that? Yeah, lovely. And they just need them to go red, really. But again, they're not getting any sunlight because of the tomatoes above them. So I really need to come in here and cut this bush back a bit so we can get some light and so they can start reddening up. Okay, sorry, I'll be a bit quicker now. So I've got lots of peppers here, lots of chilies, some sweet pepper sakuras, which are nice here, going yellow. They need to go red, I think, before I can pick them. I've got some chilies here that are going red, which is really good. I'm soon ready to pick. And in this gorgeous bed here, I've got gherkins, some huge ones there. Can you see them? Absolutely huge. Huge gherkins there. You probably can't see any lemon cucumbers. I managed to harvest one off of this plant so far, but not that many actually. But in here, you can see I've got some more Romanescus growing. So these are the yellow courgettes. Okay, so my squash plants and beans. I've got beans at the back of this bed. Again, everything's got powdery mildew. I've got some amazing beans off of this. All the different types of beans, really, really beautiful. I've picked so many. The harvest is amazing. There's some that's not quite ready, but the harvest I've got off this bed is amazing. Some squash here. That's a baby one. I've got a monster one on my windowsill. And these are my aubergines. So as you can see, some beautiful ones. I've seen this size in the shop, but I'm not going to pick that yet. And this absolutely gorgeous. This is the Beatrice variety. Beautiful colouring on that. And yeah, so my squash. And this is the monster one at the back here. There. I don't know if you can tell how big that is. It's actually quite large. And my sweet corn, which is just gorgeous. Won't be ready to pick it until the trusses get really brown, I think, and it looks like it's dying back. Then it'd be ready to pick, but it's so tall, it's actually higher than my fence. Good 8 feet, I would have thought. I'm not overly impressed with the cabbages, but they're still hanging in there, so we shall see. And this is my other squash bed, and I put beans at the back. Next year I won't put beans at the back because really the poor things are not getting much sunlight. Pumpkins growing here. And more cabbages in the back here. I dug up potatoes, believe it or not, and for some reason decided to shove them back in the ground. And would you believe it? They've started to grow. So I've been really lucky with potatoes this year. And I certainly won't grow cauliflowers next year. Not one of my cauliflowers have really made it. They've all just sort of, I don't know, gone to seed, shot up, and heads have all split. So I won't grow them next year. But the broccoli is looking amazing. Absolutely amazing. But if I really knew it would take this long, I would have planted it probably right at the very back, because it's quite a bit of a monster and it's taking up quite a lot of room. So there you go. So this is the garden update for you. Really happy with it. Beef tomatoes, all my different types of tomatoes. And these beans, I actually put them in a couple of weeks ago, so I get another crop before the winter comes in. And some cute little pumpkins growing here. I'm going to have to do a better sort of caging, I think, to support them once they grow. So that's my garden update, and it is the 4th of August 2017. Thanks. Bye.